I can't wait till we have the weather that we can go out there and do some yard work.
I actually did some of that leaf bagging just about a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, when it was warmer,
When it was
right?
warm. Still have those bags.
Of course.
I still got to get some stickers on mine, and I live in Moline, so
Yeah.
I got to get those on the
There you go.
streets, but I'm so lazy, my goodness. Of course, the rain has kind of slowed things down as far as doing any type of outdoor chores, that's for sure, but that rain was well needed across the area. That is for sure. Here are the latest numbers as of 2 p.m. And numbers averaged right along the river around a half an inch of rain. Farther east as you go, no surprise. Numbers did go over an inch of rain, like we saw in Sterling Rock Falls, Geneseo, close to an inch and a half over in Princeton. We just wanted some more of that rain a little farther west of the river. That's where the drought continues. Here's another perspective of that. See the yellow and oranges that we saw, especially around the Rockford area, averaging around 3 inches of rain. But farther west as you go, maybe under a tenth, quarter of an inch, I would say. Might have been a little bit higher outside of Cedar Rapids, but this is the area we kind of wish we saw about 2 or 3 inches of rain. Still could be a fairly active season, though, especially as we make our way into next month. Skies are looking pretty cloudy, but dry as the last of those raindrops have now made their way off to the east. And we do expect our skies to be improving nicely as that area of high pressure builds in the north and west, kind of mixing the air and allowing those skies to improve. But a pretty good pressure gradient, change in pressure with distance here, otherwise in the form of wind. And we certainly had that coming out of the north and west, and that will certainly provide us with not only a pretty cold night, but the week's coldest as we make our way into tomorrow. Check out the current temperatures that we see. My goodness, what a change. 40s, 30s, even some 20s. Around here locally, numbers a good 20 degrees on average, colder compared to yesterday when we enjoyed those numbers right around 60 degrees for daytime highs. Current numbers look like this: 31 degrees over in Dubuque, 36 degrees, kind of a popular number, I think, from Burlington and Muscatine, Galesburg, even around Sterling Rock Falls, 35 degrees over in Savannah. Clinton, you're currently seeing 34. But you know, it feels a lot colder than those 30s, factoring in those winds that have been gusting over 30 miles an hour. In fact, this afternoon actually reached a gust around 40 over in the Quad Cities itself. And that has been definitely putting a chill in the air with those wind chills in the 20s, even some upper teens like we're noticing from Waterloo to Dubuque, even around Monticello. Fortunately, the skies will be improving nicely through the evening and overnight hours with generally some fair to partly cloudy skies. A cold start to your Wednesday. Temperatures will be dropping around the mid-20s. Make sure that's a warm winter jacket because we're looking at wind chills heading off to work or school tomorrow around the mid to upper teens. We'll try to recover some as we make our way throughout our Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine we expect to see throughout the morning and afternoon. Numbers should make their way around the low to mid-40s for daytime highs. Wind chills likely by that time will be, I would say, more like in the 30s, I would say. But fortunately, warmer winds take over. Light, though, but warmer. 57 on Thursday, plenty of sunshine. More clouds rolling in on Friday, but this still will be your week's warmest, still looking at around the mid-60s for daytime highs. These clouds will eventually bring in some wet weather, but not until real late, I would say, Friday night, early morning hours on Saturday. In fact, the first half of the day on Saturday could be a little wet around here, but fortunately, it's not going to hold back our temperatures as highs are anticipated around the lower 60s. And we'll kind of keep it dry for a little bit longer until we get to about maybe Easter Sunday itself. And we'll show you that with the help of your 8-day tracker right after this.
Nearly 30 years ago, Mediacom was founded on a powerful idea: bring cutting-edge broadband to underserved communities. From coast to coast, we connected 850,000 miles of fiber. Our team broke speed barriers, delivered 1 gig speeds to every customer, has led the way in developing a 10G platform, and now with Mediacom Mobile is offering the fastest, most reliable network on the go. Mediacom, decades of dedication, decades of delivery, decades ahead.
Here is your 8-day tracker, which you can always check on our webpage at WQED.com. The Easter weekend, not too far away. Okay on Saturday, but then Easter Sunday. Okay, we got some showers still in the forecast, but want to stress later in the day, so that Easter egg hunt, John, I think is going to be just fine for the morning. Got to keep an eye on Monday. I think we could be talking about our next round of some scattered showers, but also a few thunderstorms as well.
And a little sun every day, it looks like, which is always nice.
Always nice to see, yes.
Yeah, alrighty, thank you, James.